When you think about youth baseball and all of the good things that can come from being a player, it seems like the list can go on forever. You're being active and you're starting to establish an active lifestyle. You're learning to try new things and you're learning how to make friends and you're believing that another adult besides your parents can help you improve your skills. Even though the list can just go on and on and on, in today's Bullpen Bulletin, I've singled out my top 3 most important life lessons that playing youth baseball can teach young players. And these life lessons, they don't apply to just baseball. These apply for playing all youth sports. Hey team, I'm Coach Hart, this is Building Better Baseball, and this is the best place for baseball education. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're a youth baseball player or a coach, then you've come to the right place. I come out with weekly videos to help you in all areas of baseball, so if you'd like more, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And be sure to stick around to the end because I always have a free PDF downloadable guide for you that you can take with you after this video is done. The first life lesson is adversity. One of the biggest life lessons that all youth sports, especially playing youth baseball, teach is learning how to respond to adversity. And if you're not sure, adversity is basically when something goes wrong that you didn't plan for with whatever you're doing in life. If you're playing a baseball game, adversity is grounding out to the pitcher and getting out at first. How do you respond to that? What's your next step that you're going to do? Are you going to run into the dugout and throw your helmet and be all sad and down and have it ruin the whole rest of the game? Or are you going to learn from it and understand, oh, I swung at a bad pitch, that's why I grounded out. I won't swing at that pitch next time. And then the next time you go up, you get a hit. That's responding to adversity. And that's one of the biggest life lessons that youth baseball teaches because adversity continues throughout your whole entire life. When you get into school and you get a bad grade on the test, or when you're ready to apply for college and you don't get into the college that you want to go to, or when you get out of college and you're ready to apply for jobs and you don't get the one job that you really wanted. That is adversity. How do you respond? It's really important for coaches to help their players understand what life lessons they are learning. Because it's not easy to recognize adversity when you're in it, right? When it happens to you, it's really hard to recognize and step back and take a moment and understand that this is adversity. How am I responding and how am I going to get better? It's really important for a coach to help their players understand that, especially when they're younger, like 9, 10 years old, right? And as we all know, baseball is a game of failure, right? Youth players playing baseball, they are learning how to deal with failure and handle failure because that's what happens in life, right? You don't win at everything. There are many things that you fail at or that you don't succeed at. How will you respond? Playing the game of baseball will help you learn how to respond and how to handle failure. One of my favorite things that I always tell my players is there's really no such thing as failure. The only time that you really fail is when you quit trying again. If you continue to try again and try again and try again, you really are not failing, right? You're just learning how not to do it, basically, right? You're improving and you're learning a better way to do it. However, if you quit and you stop trying, that is failure. So the last part of adversity that not everybody really thinks about is you're opening yourself up for criticism in order to improve. And that's a really important skill to have when you're older and when you get into the higher level of college and into the workforce. You have to be able to take people's advice and what they're saying to you and realize that they're just trying to help you improve. Because trust me, I know from experience that getting out on the field, the last thing that I want to hear is what I did wrong and how I can improve it. But playing the game of baseball and playing all youth sports, it will help players understand that when they're vulnerable and that when they are at their lowest moments because they just got out on the field, that's almost the best time to be open to criticism because you know that the person giving it to you, most likely a coach, is just trying to make you better and trying to help you get better. The number 2 life lesson that young players learn is teamwork. So as we all know, as we get older into high school and college and in the workforce, especially in the workforce, we always have to work with somebody else. We always have a team or coworkers or somebody else that is not just ourselves that we're working with to achieve a common goal. And that's the biggest takeaway with teamwork, right? You're working with other people working together as one unit and you're all trying to accomplish one goal. So it's really important that all of you all are working together to achieve that common goal because if you're not working together, having teamwork, then that goal is not going to be accomplished and you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve. Being able to work with other people is a skill, and that is a skill that is learned in youth sports and especially in youth baseball, being part of a team and working together to accomplish one goal, which in youth baseball's case is winning a game or winning a season or anything like that. Just overall improvement and getting yourselves better. Because there are not many jobs where you're working solo by yourself. You most likely are going to be working with someone else, a coworker, a boss, anybody. There are very few jobs out there where you're literally working by yourself. And being able to have teamwork and work with a team to accomplish one goal is a skill. And that's a skill that's learned in youth sports, especially on the baseball field. Another part about teamwork is you're learning sportsmanship and how to respect your opponents, how to respect other people that you're playing against and that you're in a contest with. Because we all know that games can get heated, right? But in that moment of high stress and high adrenaline, we always have to remember to respect the other team because they are people, right? They're not just robots that we're playing that don't have feelings, right? They are exactly like us, and everybody is playing the same game together. And being able to have sportsmanship and being able to respect the other team is another skill that is learned on the baseball field. So learning about sportsmanship and learning how to respect an opponent is one of the biggest things that youth players learn and one of the biggest life skills that they can carry on into adulthood. The third life lesson is achieving goals. One of the biggest desires that we have as human beings in life is to improve and get better. You could be talking about school or a hobby or a sport or literally anything. Choose something. The one reason that you continue to do it is because you're improving or you want to get better at it because you enjoy it, right? That's one of our biggest desires as humans is to get better and improve at something. One of the best ways that you can do this is to have a plan by goal setting. And in youth sports and youth baseball, if you set goals for a game or a season and you have a plan to improve, that is one of the most important skills that you'll learn in youth sports. Because getting better and improving at something, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not like I'm going to be leaps and bounds better at something tomorrow than I am today. It doesn't happen overnight like that. And when you're playing youth sports, especially as a young kid, learning how to set goals and learning how to make a plan to improve rather than just hoping to improve is so important and is such an essential life skill. And another important piece to achieving goals is the young players, they learn that hard work and dedication and a commitment to something gets them results and actually does get them better. They learn how to work hard and they learn how to be dedicated to something. And that is exactly what an employer who's looking to hire somebody for a job, that's exactly what they want. They want a hard worker who's dedicated and committed to something and committed to getting better at their craft. And that doesn't come easily. You can't really teach hard work. You can't really teach dedication, but you can show it. And as a coach especially, if you show your players how to work hard and how to be dedicated and how being committed to something can help you improve and help you get better at life, that life skill right there is priceless because they can take that skill of hard work and dedication and commitment to something into adulthood and they can have a successful life. Because as we said, success doesn't happen overnight, and it's really important for young players to understand that. And one of the best places to learn that success doesn't happen overnight is on this field right here. So before you go, I want you to look down in the description because I have a free guide for you that's how to best prepare for baseball tryouts. And this free guide lays out my top 5 things that all players need to do in order to best prepare them for baseball tryouts. It's going to take some hard work and dedication to make that team, right? But this guide down in the description, it will help you out and give you 5 tips to help you prepare for baseball tryouts. If you look down in the description, just click on the link. It'll take you to my website, buildingbetterbaseball.com, and you can get your free guide. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Now, I hope this video helped you remember that playing youth baseball is so much more than just playing baseball. And when young players step out onto this field, they are learning so much more than just how to swing a bat and throw a ball. They're learning life skills that can last forever. I'll see you next week for another edition of the Bullpen Bulletin.